everybody, this is Shonda, and today's video is being sponsored by www.fashionwithfifi.com. Click on the link at my sidebar to be directed to the site. This is part 2 of my invisible part QuickWeave. The Morning Glory Gro Protect Solutions, has dried, and as you can see, it's very, very shiny all the way around, and it's hard. It's like, surprised y'all don't hear me knocking on my head. But so what I'm gonna go ahead and do is begin my QuickWeave. And like I said before, I'm using the MBKS hair, the Brazilian water wave that I just took out. I washed it and everything last night, or I co-washed it on Saturday morning before I went to work, and then I washed it yesterday morning before I went to work. Whatever, it was washed. Just use a regular hair gel and the hair. So I'm like super scared to do this because I haven't had a full QuickWeave in my head in a very long time. So I'm leery about doing it, but hopefully this Gro Protect solution will work. And so many of you guys have told me that it worked. I'm sorry, I should have had myself prepared. But so many of you guys have told me that it works, and you know, I won't have to worry about glue getting in my hair. But of course, I still got that little bit of doubt in the back of my mind, and until I'm ready to wash it out and everything, I'm still going to be kind of leery. But nonetheless, I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to start in the very back and just work my way up. I'm going to go across my ponytail and go up. I'm sure you guys know how to do a QuickWeave, but I'm going to walk you through some of it, you know, like I normally would do. So the tracks have already been cut, so I'm just going to begin gluing. Just going to take measurements. I don't need to look in the back of my head to do this because I've done it so much. So I just take it, measure it, and grab my glue. And QuickWeaves are just pretty much what they are, quick weaves, and so it really shouldn't take me this long to get the most of it done. What I'll probably focus more at is once I get to the top. And I probably won't blow dry as I go along, only because I want to get this done. Y'all may not know, but I'm lazy when it comes to doing my own hair, but I don't want to compromise the style either. So, and that's what the first track looks like. And I'll go ahead and do some more, and I'll come back to you guys when I'm halfway done, and I'll show you where I am. I'm going to try to use majority of it because I still had a little bit left over from when I did my sew-in. So I'm going to try to use everything that I used in my sew-in plus everything that I used, or everything that I had left over, because I want it to be as full as possible. And like I said, I don't know if I'm going to curl it or if I'm going to straighten it and layer it. I'm not sure yet, but that'll be in the next video. This one is just going to be me constructing the QuickWeave. So I'll be back once I'm halfway done, and we'll go from there. Alright, everybody, I know I said that I would be back once I got halfway through, but y'all know how I can get when you start getting into the groove. So I'm about maybe 3/4 of the way through, and what I'm focusing on right now is filling up the top, just so I can make sure that it's nice and full. I'm always messing with something when I get back on. But yeah, just filling up the top so that I can make sure that it's nice and full. And I'm trying to use shorter tracks that I already had cut before I go into the long ones. And I did split some of them. I just haven't used the ones that I've split yet. And for some reason, I can never get my part smack dab in the center of my head. It's always off to the side. So this is closest to in the center as it will be. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill in these little blanks for a minute. I'll go ahead and fill it in a little bit more. I've been working on this for maybe about 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, give or take. And again, I have not put anything in the hair. I have not used the blow dryer on it, only because it's in there. It's not going anywhere. What I'm probably going to do is just finish like up in here and then put some strips up to here and then leave maybe about that much apart so that I can actually start going. I don't want to leave like a big amount. I've seen some invisible parts where you see gaps this big, and I mean you got to use tracks that big to cover it up, and I just want to make it as small or as slim as possible. Of course it's going to take more work so that it'll look right, but to me that's just, I think it'll turn out looking better than as opposed to having the wide space, using a slimmer space, and that way I can make it look more realistic. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the top, and then once I get to this part where I'm going to start laying them this way, then I'll come back and I'll check in with you guys. Okay everybody, so I am up to the middle, and I kind of almost want to put another track right here, but I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and start. I've split the track, but I haven't cut the pieces yet. So I'll go ahead, because it's not going to be all the same size. Right here. We'll get you some tissue. My baby swears she needs tissue. Okay, so got my track cut, and I'm not going to put a ton of glue because it is a split track, and the more glue that you put on it, the more it'll seep through the track and the more you'll be able to see it. So the first time when I did this, I was laying them like this. Okay, so I've already gotten my track cut, and like I was saying before, you don't want to put a ton of glue on it or it'll seep through. First time I was doing it like this, and when you pull the hair out, you can see the tips of the tracks. So I'm going to turn it in the opposite direction. I'm actually going to start on this side. So I'm going to turn it inward like that. And that's how I'm going to do them. And I probably should go ahead and cut off some tracks, but I'm not. It's like this one, I think I put a little too much glue on it. You don't need to put that much or it's gonna look nasty. So put it like that, and I'm gonna try to put them as close together as I can. And then I'm just going to keep doing it that way. I'll go ahead and finish cutting and doing them. I'll do it on camera, but just so that I can speed up the process, because it's really not too much to talk about during this, so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Alright, be right back. Done, just a very little bit. I'm gonna straighten it out just so I can see how it looks over here. So far so good. You guys can see it. That's where I am so far. And it's probably going to be a real tedious process because I'm trying to put the tracks as close together as possible. So pretty much what I'm doing is I'm cutting it to the desired length, and it's probably a little too short, but I'll still use it. Put some glue on it, and I'm gonna lay it not directly on top of the next one the last one that I did, but as close to it as I can. Yeah, and this one was really short, so I'll show you with another one. Then I'll scoot it as close as I can on top of that other one. We'll do it with another one, because that one was kind of short. And I'm slanting it downward or inward, or however you want to say it. Normally a lot of the tutorials I see, they slant them that way, going inward. I'm slanting them outward, so when I pull it apart, oh my gosh, you won't see that track on the edge, that very edge track. So I'll go ahead and continue and update you guys with my progress. as we go along. This is where I've gotten so far. So this will probably take me just about as much time as it took me to do the entire thing, only because it's kind of intricate. So I'll come back to you guys once I got the entire side finished, and then we'll start on this side. Okay everybody, so I have the right side done. This is what it looks like. I stopped about here because this is where the closure will go. I may slip one more track up there if I can get one more up there, but this is how it looks so far. And I've been straightening it as I go along, just so I can see how it looks. I can see where I need to fill in something right here. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna get it right there, but I'll figure that one out. But I need to take a break because this is really tedious. This is taking me longer to do than it did the first time, and I think it's because I'm trying to make it perfect. So I'll come back. I'm going to take a little break, and then I'll come back and finish this next side over here, and then we'll see how it looks all together. But so far, so good. Okay, I'm going to take a break, go eat something, and then I'll come back.